I think last week when we did this episode or the show, I think that we were still assuming that 607 Unk was like coming right back. I think that was the feeling at the time. And really, I honestly haven't really watched any of it, but I've gotten the idea from the titles on YouTube that he's basically been on a campaign presenting himself as if he's the victim and that he's been treated unfairly. He was set up with 4Extra, that we hypnotized him and made him diss the Bloods. He's upset because he feels like our YouTube titles are misrepresenting him and making him seem as if he was disrespectful to gangs in a way that he feels like he wasn't.
See, that's that hypnotized him.
Not literally hypnotized, but I mean, apparently he feels like we were able to put him into some sort of alternate mental state. Now, I do have an update for the people out there, which is that allegedly, according to him, and this is a person who seems like they do have a tricky relationship with the truth sometimes, but this person, 607 On, claims that he is coming back and will be filming content within the next few days. So, what do we think? Do we think that 607 Unk is the victim here? I have seen like a fair amount of people in the Reddit and stuff who seem sympathetic to this argument.
Man, somebody went in. I didn't know who he was, but he ended up hitting me in my DMs. Y'all probably know him more than me because I'm kind of new to the internet space. The big dude out of Texas that was like FDA was like,
he went in on Rick Rock.
Don't commit. He went in on Rick Rock too.
Yes, he was talking hella to Rick Rock.
That shit was
I only seen like all of. I watched like Danner the whole interview. So that Rick that's in the same interview.
I don't think it was an interview. He was sending. Yes,
DM.
You got it too. Rick Rock showed me the DMs that he was getting from FDA.
Yeah. No, he just hit me in my DM. He kept it respectful. He just like, hey man, he like, man, I respect your homie Baby Shody. I'm like, yeah, that's my bro. He know what's up. You can ask him about me. He was like, yeah, I just seen the content you did and shit. I was just like, yeah, for sure. And we left it there though. But like,
he said you the only one he respect, bro. He said, no, the Rick Rock. They said the only one I respect is Ed Hefe.
Yeah,
he didn't tell on nobody. The police is following him. Yeah, he said, but your rockhead ass. He's talking like, hey man, that shit was funny though.
He's going in.
He's like, you calling me fat? He was just going in on Rick Rock.
Oh yeah. He went in to my man. Like
he said, Crip, you gangbanger. He was.
Is he not a gay? I
don't know what he is.
FDA. I think he was or is something. I don't know. I feel like he's on the right side of the law.
But why they group all California Californian people in together? Oh, y'all California, y'all think y'all
but
that shit is mad.
What I didn't understand about him, he didn't say that. He just what he said, like he just basically kept it about 4Extras and called him
he's
like a county igga. He's like, man, you county igga. I hate you county iggas.
What that mean? Like county jail?
Yeah. So basically, he was saying that the stunts 4Extras be pulling and doing, that you're not doing that on a prison yard, you're not gonna get away with it, you're not doing that on the streets, you doing that and getting away with that in the county. That's what he was saying. And that's when he was all that like, I don't respect you and you better stay in California and all that. So he was just like calling him like, man, you a county type. Like you ain't doing that in the prisons. They ain't standing for that in the prison. But anybody know like the crazy stuff that's going on in the county, hell no, you're not doing that in the prison. Like you gonna be the victim if you think you're gonna be getting away with anything crazy in that pen, because the homies ain't allowing that, period.
All right, so let's bring it back to the 607 Unk thing, because this is my main thing. He clearly has been kind of given the leeway in Chicago or whatever to do this whole BDG Vice Lord thing, whatever. Apparently everybody thinks that's funny and nobody thinks it's a problem. I don't think California is really the place for him to be pushing the envelope as far as making jokes about gangs.
How long was he really running around Chicago doing that for?
Probably like 2 or 3 days at a time. I'm gonna be totally real with you. Like, it's not like you spend like huge amounts of time out there, but as far like, this is one thing I realized, because I was just in Texas and I'm talking to them about their Bloods and Crips shit. The consensus I got from people was they don't really give a shit. It's not really that big a deal to them. You could have a whole neighborhood full of Bloods hanging out with Crips. It's about who you fuck with. And let's be real, out here is really not in the same way. Out here, it's like your gang connections are super important. And I feel like in New York, I kind of got the same vibe where I'm realizing like, oh, like the gang affiliation is way less important there than it is in LA. LA is the number one place. When he said that word and Munchie said, "What? Watch your mouth." I mean, you literally offended like every person who's affiliated with that out here.
So let me ask you this, Adam. So in Chicago, I mean, what's the difference from Chicago and LA? Like, it's like we keeping it like real, like they spanking more shit out there in Chicago than LA. So
I think they're more dangerous.
What's more offensive is him saying it in Chicago. Let's just say he dissed a derogatory term for a GD, a vice lord.
Do they have those?
Yeah, it's a way. I'm not gonna say it's the way you diss everybody, diss everything. For
that
sure.
used to be like their biggest gang.
You know what I'm saying? Or let's just say throw the pitchfork down or something. You know what I'm saying? Which is disrespectful. Like, and like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't think it's no difference in Chicago than it is in LA. Like, people be trying to do too much with that.
But the thing is, he didn't diss nothing out there, but he is playing with it by saying GD Vice Lord.
Right, but that's different than him like literally dissing their sets. Yeah.
But he doing a whole campaign playing victim right now, but you really ain't no victim because you that show went on long enough for me to start texting and after he said the stupid shit. You know what I mean? Like ain't nobody tripping, and then I don't think 4X wanted to do nothing. It was a scare straight program. And he accomplished it. And I think it was good that 4X did it the way he did it. Because if 4X would have went in there and talked to him regular, like, hey, bro, you can't be playing with the hood like that or sex playing me, he would have still been playing around, not taking shit serious. I think 4X went about it the way he should have. But him talking about some, I ain't much he be. I could have said a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? I could have said a whole lot because Adam dissed the N-word twice in your face, bro.
Wait, what?
What? Nigga, I ain't
a short sleep?
Yeah.
You're saying I said that
twice
to 4Extra?
Just like the St. Louis dude did. You said,
when did I say that?
And he said, what you said? You said, and y'all blinked it out. Where your editor at?
What are you talking about?
Are you talking about
when did that happen?
The Trap Lord Ross?
Trap Lord Ross said the C word.
It was nobody but 4Xers and him sitting down, and he said, N-word. He's like, what?
When?
N-word. But
did this happen?
And then they blinked it out. I said, beep, beep. I said, they got respect for that crip. They blinked it out.
I would like to challenge this narrative.
Can we bet some money?
Are you sure?
I don't want to bet money. I just want somebody tell me when this happened.
Challenge in there. That's the one.
Donnie, you remember this?
Let's gamble.
Names.
He's saying that I said the short sleep.
Maybe he said the other N-word.
In front of 4Extra?
No way.
Y'all just think that
I don't think so. I would remember it.
I remember it.
But see,
I remember Trap Lord Ross saying the C word in front of him,
man,
like it was yesterday. That was an intense moment.
I don't know what he's talking about, but I'm pretty sure it's a no out of as many segments y'all got. It's a no jumper episode that you can go back and you probably explaining the story and said something that was derogatory towards, you know what I'm saying, him.
Maybe because taking a short sleep is pretty common, but. There's no way that I said it around him and that he didn't say something.
Not like
knowing him, I don't think so.
He had the same reaction I did.
You tell me where it is because I don't remember. Does anyone? I'm not seeing anybody in the chat who remembers this.
Oh, it's gonna pop up.
No, if it did happen, for sure I will change my opinion and apologize. But I don't remember that at all.
You gotta remember, right? Because when it came out, I heard it boom, but then on other episodes it beep. It's a beep over it. I said, So who Laura bleeped over it? Called her.
I don't remember.
That's a good bleep.
I'm looking for somebody to show me in the chat because I don't remember it. And I'm not saying it didn't happen. Because it's a fucking normal word. Let's be totally real.
It is a normal word, and that's why I told you I ain't about to be watching my mouth just when I'm just regularly talking. I'm not trying to disrespect somebody, but when you deliberately trying to disrespect somebody, that's something different. You know what I mean? Like these weirdos in my DM, suspect dish of hood, because he calling Brandon a federal fag. And you diss the hood by the F word.
Yeah.
That's just people on the internet trying to do too much.
That's like a common. That's like a common word that people use to diss each other outside the context.
If they used it for you or in a way where it was obviously intentional, that's the conversation.
Yeah,
because it's a normal insult for other people.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but honestly, at the end of the day, like I never felt like it was really that. See, I feel bad that he is now says it's so uncomfortable because I never felt like it was that intense.
Which one?
Unk, like when 4X was turning up on him and all that shit. Like
so let me. Can I ask this question?
Like
I don't. So let's just paint because I don't know if this was the narrative or not. Let's just say I come, you know what I'm saying, or how Unc trying to explain the situation, talking about it's 30, 50 dudes, you know what I'm saying, why you come with all your homies in this.
Which, by the way, that was an exaggeration.
bit of an
Him saying
exaggeration.
50 dudes was an exaggeration.
like
for the
30,
record,
right?
he's exaggerating and lying about a lot of stuff, but that's definitely one of them.
There is
He
less.
said it was guns. He had a gun on him. Like they
forget
draw down on Mikey.
Yeah, we ain't gonna even forget that.
I can't give an exact figure, but it was less than Travis Ford brought. I can tell you that.
All right, so let's say do y'all think it's any less compact if I just come 4 extras regular turned up by myself only move this and that minus the homies, you know what I'm saying, like, because you can still get the same message across, you feel me? So I think a lot of people that was hopping out there that had their opinion, that didn't like it, that was like it was bullying, it was like, oh, why you come at all them dudes and then you do that standing over him like that and you got all your homies for backup, you know what I'm saying?
But didn't Fo Extra bring the dude that was sitting next to him?
I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know who
No. The dude was supposed to be Unc back up, but he was acting like he was.
The Grape Street
That's
dude.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
It took me a while to figure out that dude was supposed to be with Unc because he was laughing his ass off at 4 Extra. Because I mean, he might with Unc, but he's also looking at 4 Extra like everything he's saying makes sense because he knows exactly how hard he would go up if somebody was dissing Grape.
Well, I hope Unc didn't pay him.
But what people got to understand, because I didn't even see all that, but like, no, it ain't no bullying. Definitely when Unc hopped out there because you see the clips of Unc hopped out there and he's playing, like saying like homosexual slurs and like towards 4 Extras, and Adam is kind of really like trying to tell him like, man, like, hey, woo. He's still like, yeah, man, forget that, woo. And then somebody get on you, like, that's one thing about it, you can't be playing because you can't tell nobody how to handle disrespect or how to mourn.
And that's how I feel like a lot of this. I don't know like how long Unc really plans on being a part of No Jumper because we tell him he gets confronted by 4 Extra. They do the podcast together. You'd think that at some point in all that he would get the clue that this is not appreciated for you to be playing with his name like that. And then he spent like the past week saying gay shit about him, telling him he wants to fight him, etc. Now, I have heard through the grapevine a certain No Jumper employee has been talking to them, and I guess 4 Extra is down to sit with 607 Unc again. He's maybe opening his mind a little bit to making great content, but all I gotta say is that, like, bro, like, why are you just going around talking about you wanting to fight him and shit?
You
like,
probably really want to fight him.
It's not. You
When
think,
your
you think
pride
Unc
get
want to
hurt,
fight? I mean,
yeah, it don't matter. When your pride get hurt, you ain't worried about size and all that. He got embarrassed. He thought he thinking everything a joke. He learned it wasn't a joke, and he embarrassed his pride is hurt.
I don't think that's a good idea for Unc. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I know you don't like me treating 4 Extra as if he's a superhero, and it's not that. But I don't think that would be a good move for Unc. I'm going to be honest with you.
But when you feel like your pride was hurt, you feel me? And it ain't about the win or loss. You just got to get that.